For every swing, every moment, the Milwaukee Brewers fight. It's not just about hitting the ball, it's about leaving a legacy.
The chemistry is perfect. The winning streak is historic. But a single backroom decision is about to put it all on the line. We are on the verge of the most audacious move of the season. To find out the name that could redefine our October future, subscribe now and hit the bell. You don't want to be left out. Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel, your exclusive source for everything Milwaukee Brewers. Before we dive into the news that's shaking up the league's back channels, I have a favor to ask of you, the best fans in MLB, our Brew Crew. If you value deep dive analysis, straight from the source information, and news that truly matters to our team, please hit that subscribe button below. It's fast, it's free, and it ensures you never miss a critical update. Turn on notifications to be the first to know. Your subscription is what drives us to keep bringing you the best content. Alright, let's get right to it. For the past few weeks, the conversation surrounding our Milwaukee Brewers has been dominated by a single complex question: to buy or to stand pat? With the team on a simply spectacular 10-game winning streak, including a statement victory over the reigning champion Los Angeles Dodgers for the second time this season, the argument to keep the roster intact has never been stronger. Many believe, and rightly so, that this team's chemistry is its greatest asset, a cohesive force that has overcome star-studded opponents. Messing with that clubhouse right now could be like playing with fire. However, the whisper in the corridors of MLB power, echoed by heavyweight analysts like ESPN's Jeff Passan, is that Milwaukee is one big bat away from becoming not just a contender, but an absolute World Series favorite. And this is where the story takes a new and fascinating turn. A specific name has emerged from the shadows of speculation and is now at the center of the debate, a name that might just force the hand of our general manager, Matt Arnold. That name is Eugenio Suarez. On Monday, Gabe Neitzel of ESPN Milwaukee, a respected voice close to the local sports scene, laid his cards on the table during his show Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Neitzel, who has always preached caution about altering team dynamics, revealed the one exception to his rule. He said, and I quote, "Obviously this team has chemistry. Do you want to disrupt that by adding somebody? I think I've gotten to the stage of Eugenio Suarez or bust. If the Diamondbacks are gonna sell and Suarez becomes available, that's the one guy I want. He's the guy that can make a major difference. Let's break this down with the seriousness it deserves. We are not talking about just any player to fill a gap. We are talking about a force of nature at the plate. Eugenio Suarez, who turned 34 last Friday, is having an MVP caliber season. His numbers so far in mid-July are jaw-dropping. A, .257 batting average, which might not jump off the page at first glance, but when paired with his .929 on base plus slugging OPS, it reveals a player who gets on base and produces power consistently. And what power it is! We're talking about 35 home runs and 85 RBIs before the All-Star break even arrives. Those aren't just all-star numbers, those are numbers that put you in the conversation for the most valuable player award. To put the impact of a potential trade in historical perspective, Bob Nightingale of USA Today, one of the most connected reporters in baseball, pointed out a stunning fact. He wrote, "No player in MLB history has ever been traded during a season after hitting 35 home runs. Diamondbacks all-star third baseman Eugenio Suarez, who just hit his 35th home run, may very well be the first." This underscores the magnitude of what we're discussing. It would be an unprecedented move, an all-in play that would redefine the trade market and signal to the rest of the league that the Brewers aren't just here to compete, they're here to win it all. The question before Matt Arnold and the front office is monumental. On one hand, you have a well-oiled machine, a team that plays with passion, unity, and an unshakable belief in each other. Players like Willie Adams, William Contreras, and the young talent that has come up this year have created a winning identity. The energy at American Family Field is electric, and the connection between the players and the Brew Crew is palpable. Adding an outside piece, no matter how talented, carries the risk of disrupting that delicate balance. The history of sports is littered with teams that looked unbeatable on paper but failed due to a lack of cohesion. On the other hand, the opportunity to acquire a hitter of Suarez's caliber is the kind of chance that rarely comes along. especially for a market like Milwaukee. Suarez wouldn't just be an upgrade, he would be a transformation. Imagine adding a bat that has already produced 35 home runs into the middle of a lineup that already features the consistent power of Contreras and the leadership of Adames. He would provide lineup protection, forcing opposing pitchers into difficult choices. Who do you pitch to? Who do you pitch around? The presence of Suarez would make every hitter around him better and more dangerous. He would slot in at third base, a position where we've had solid but not spectacular production. The move from players like Joey Ortiz or Andrew Monasterio, who have been valuable, to one of the elite power hitters in the league would be offensively a quantum leap. We're talking about the type of player who decides a playoff series with a single swing. In October, when the games are tight and every pitch matters, having a veteran like Suarez who lives for those moments could be the difference between an early exit and a championship parade in Milwaukee. So the analysis goes far beyond adding a good player. It's about weighing whether the certainty of Suarez's elite power outweighs the intangible but very real risk of disrupting the magic this current team has built. The decision is complex and the stakes couldn't be higher. Now, let's go deeper into the analysis and discuss the other side of the coin, the cost and consequences of a trade for Eugenio Suarez, because, let's be clear, the Arizona Diamondbacks aren't just going to give him away. They are in sell mode, yes, but Suarez is their most valuable asset. To pry him out of Phoenix, Matt Arnold will have to part with a significant portion of our future. We are talking about a package that would likely start with one of our top pitching prospects, like a Jacob Misiorowski, whose ace potential is coveted across the league, or an elite position prospect like Jefferson Cuero. And that would just be the beginning. The deal would likely require the inclusion of another one or two prospects from our top 10, and maybe even a young player already on the major league roster. This is the real crossroads. Are we, as an organization, willing to mortgage a piece of the sustainable future the front office has so carefully built to maximize our window to win right now? It's a question that divides fans and analysts alike. The Brewers are known for their ability to develop talent in-house and maintain a steady pipeline of young players reaching the big leagues. Trading away several of those assets for a 34-year-old player, however productive, runs counter to the philosophy that got us here. It is a high-risk, high-reward gamble. If it works and we win the World Series, Matt Arnold is a genius. If Suarez gets injured or his performance declines and the prospects we trade away become stars elsewhere, the trade will be remembered as a catastrophic mistake for years. Beyond the prospect cost, there's the financial question. Suarez is under contract with a $15 million salary for the 2025 season, assuming his club option was exercised. For a large market team, that's a bargain. For the Brewers, who operate with one of the most controlled payrolls in the league, it's a significant investment. While certainly manageable, committing that amount to a single player limits the flexibility to make other moves, either this season or in the coming offseason. Every dollar counts in Milwaukee, and this transaction would eat up a considerable chunk of our financial capital. But let's circle back to the chemistry argument, because it's deeper than just everyone gets along. This team's chemistry manifests on the field. We see it in the flawless defense, the base runners taking the extra base, the pitchers who trust their defenders. We've seen players like Bryce Terang and Sal Frelick take gigantic steps forward in their development this year. Rhys Hoskins, before his injury, brought a new dimension to the offense, and the team rallied to make up for his absence. The current 10-game winning streak hasn't been the work of a single hero. It's been a collective effort. Every night, a different player seems to be the protagonist. Bringing in a superstar like Suarez, who would inevitably become the focal point of the media and the offense, could inadvertently diminish the roles of the players who got us into this position. It could change the S against the world mentality that has served this team so well. It's the classic dilemma. Do you trust the process and the players who got you to the dance, or do you risk it all for that one final piece that could put you over the top? There is no easy answer here. If the front office believes that the team's current composition, while excellent, has a ceiling that falls just short of a World Series title, then they have an obligation to explore an upgrade. And there is no more impactful upgrade available on the market than Eugenio Suarez. He is a game changer in the purest sense of the word. His ability to change the scoreboard with one swing is a weapon few teams possess. Ultimately, the decision comes down to the evaluation of risk versus reward. The reward is the ultimate prize, a championship that the city of Milwaukee has craved for decades. The risk is twofold: the prospect cost that could hurt long-term competitiveness and the disruption of a team that is playing the best baseball in the league right now. It is a decision that will define the legacy of this season and potentially of Matt Arnold's tenure. So the headline news is this: the Brewers are at a crossroads. The possibility of acquiring one of the most feared hitters in the league, Eugenio Suarez, is real. But it comes at a monumental cost and the risk of breaking the magic formula that has gotten us here. It's the classic clash between guaranteed firepower and the intangible chemistry of a winning team. Now, I put the question to you: the Brew Crew, the heart and soul of this team. If you were Matt Arnold, what would you do? Do you pull the trigger, make the blockbuster trade for Suarez, and risk the best chemistry we've seen in years for a shot at glory? Or do you trust the guys who got us here, keep the group together, and bet that the current momentum is enough to carry us all the way? What is the right move? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I want to read every single argument. For more breaking news, in-depth analysis like this, and everything you need to know about our March to October, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I'm your host, bringing the insights directly to you. Stay tuned because this story is far from over.